Good day, everybody. Brian here from quantlabsnet.com. In this video, we're going to talk about the top five largest high frequency trading firms in London, UK, and what's the average pay for a C++ developer with experience for all of these firms. So the first one we have here is Jane Street. Again, I can't speak from personal experience here. This is just what's been sourced out of the internet, just to try to save you some time. Um, so Jane Street is fairly well known. They're highly challenging to work with or work for. Lots of complex problems. They do put out these competitions on problem solving that people take part in, which is all fine. They offer a competitive compensation package. And of course, like most firms, you'll get the strong culture as well. Now, the cons here at this firm are obviously a big workload. I think when you're working with these firms for the kind of compensation they pay, you are expected to perform. And same with the high pressure environment as well. This is a new modern way of in trading shops, banks, hedge funds, the like. You have to constantly perform. So if you're like a baseball player or even a soccer player, top athlete, you got to constantly perform all the time. Otherwise, you'll be given a nice little package and say bye bye. Uh, Optiver is another one. I've seen their videos on YouTube. The latest one that's come up on YouTube recruiting is they're into FPGA. So that's obviously outside the C++ realm. This is the direction a lot of the firms are going, is with FPGA. Um, I think from what I've seen, now I could be wrong on it, but the most accessible way to learn this is through MATLAB. MATLAB's got an excellent way to learn about FPGA and these kind of boards, and you can blend it with trading as well within the platform. And then you have ways to convert into the proper code for all the different FPGA board manufacturers. So that's what I'm seeing with Optiver, again, on their Optiver YouTube channel. So do check that out. Um, so there are proprietary trading strategies that they have using statistical models and quantitative analysis. Uh, Again, here you can see they provide liquid into various financial markets. That's what they usually do. A lot of global opportunities. So they have probably different markets that they are part of: Asia, maybe the Mid East through Dubai or UAE, obviously UK, US, and the like. Um, so a lot of these firms, they want to retain you. So they'll have a pretty high learning culture. To be part of this, you won't see Rentec in here or Bridgepoint, but they usually do. They'll bring in some high level speaker and do a presentation to the staff. So it's kind of like being in a university. So here, again, you can see that they focus on risk management, so not so aggressive. Again, a lot of the cons here, but this is interesting that this came up. The firm attracts top talent, making internal competition intense. That's what a lot of these firms do, including with Steve Cohen, I believe, at Point 72 and his prior firm, SAC. Again, standard long hours. So if you're looking for work balance, I don't think this is the place to go. Um, yeah, they want you to perform. Another one, XTX, young, rapidly growing, and I'm not sure if they're based out of UK or US, but they sounds like they got a pretty strong presence in the UK here, in London, fairly new, using advanced technology, i.e., the boards. As I said, FPGA comes to mind when I say that. Quantitative strategies, various asset classes. From my research that I've seen, and I've said this before, a lot of these firms are involved with options trading. Um, That's where the place to be. I've said this before many times that there's the three different skills that you need to get in these kind of firms. It's the computer science. There's also the mathematical, more geared towards physics because the way they think and the way they train to think in their education. And more importantly, what really matters is the trading experience. A lot of firms will say they don't care if you have financial or capital market experience, but in this market where a lot of firms are laying off now, there's a lot of people out there with all these skills on top of the trading experience because they've already worked at 5, 10 years plus at these firms. So they'll be the first of the pick of the litter. So you really need to focus on those skills. Now, where do you learn those? Well, I've said and said again, if you want to do that, the best place to do it is with the quantlabsnet.com. There's two areas now I'm pushing towards is to learn. Again, if you want to know about the C++ HFT book, plus I'm also now promoting our group. It's a not well, it's not a private group, but it's free for people, a public group to be part of. So we got about 200 people already, accessible, 24 members. So the more people that sign up, the better. So all free resources that you can be part of to continue that kind of learning in your journey and as well as your career. So again, XTX, the same complaints, everything's the same. Fast-paced environment. When you hear that, it's very high pressure. It can be exciting. If you got kids and a family, I really don't think this will be a place for you unless you're in management. Um, Cutting edge technology. I mean, they will say that all the time, but they're using the same technology that we would have access to through Quant Labs Net. FPGA is a different matter. How they use is the difference and the results they get from it. So that's again the difference. Opportunity for growth because they're fast growing. Obviously, there's a more advancement there. So one of the companies we highlighted, somebody highlighted a while back that was paying about £1 to £2 million on average per staff member. Well, that company has gone through layoffs. And because you have these new companies here, like this XTX, this could be here today, gone tomorrow kind of thing. So it's good to get in to these fast-paced young companies. If they survive or if they're taken over, that's fine. But if you're in this for the long haul, you want to be with more of the established players like Citadel, Jane Street, that have more of they've been around for a while and they've proven to survive through even recessions where a lot of these firms may not survive because they may rely on good markets, good market conditions. So that can happen as well. So the cons, as usual, high stress environment, fast paced. Always look out for that keyword or key phrase, fast paced, long hours. Again, same thing. Again, I believe Tower went through a layoff um, uh, cycle, and I'm not sure where they're at. I do know that they offer some kind of way to learn through Tower as well. So may want to look in them. Tower Research, quantitative trading, advanced algos. So that's the place to go if you want that. Various markets. Now, asset class, primarily from what I'm seeing, is usually options in different areas. Crypto, they're growing. Just so you know, if you don't know, options have been uh, introduced to the CME now. The volumes there will pick up, I think, as there's more companies getting involved in that. Strong research culture, we know that. Competitive compensation, again, salary bonus, global opportunity because they have the different offices. Again, demanding workload and high pressure environment. I don't need to go beyond that. Virtu. Virtu is an interesting company here, and you're probably wondering why you're not seeing Citadel. Remember, this is focusing on London, UK. My New York focus, and I'll probably do a video on that. Um, where Citadel's number one for high frequency trading as well. So Virtu, leading market maker. liquidity, cross various asset classes, advanced technology, quantitative strategies. These are kind of generally the same, but obviously they have their own specialties once you get behind the closed doors to see how they operate. Who knows? You might get somebody on the inside commenting away at this. The firm invests heavily in technology, the same global presence. They're everywhere. One other thing that's unique about Virtu is they're actually listed as a stock on the New York Stock Exchange, and sometimes last year specifically they came up through my scans. So it was an interesting company to know about. Uh, Robust risk management, of course, that's how they stay in business. High pressure environment, we know that. Long hours again. Okay, so here's the salaries again. This is for the UK, London specifically. Competitive compensation packages, particularly for skilled C++. Now, if you want to know more, this is why I'm doing my kind of community. And then there's obviously pay the price to learn more specialized stuff, uh, and C++ developers as well. That's where we now focus on because that's what a lot of these shops want, a lot of the boutique shops want. And C++ is still pretty predominant in the field, so it's a good language to know. Top salary developer can vary on depending upon experience and skills. For experienced developers, probably looking at a range of 5 to 10 years, anywhere in the range of 100 to 200K per year. Plus, that's just the base pay. Plus, they could probably get another 300 to bring them up to. It's not hard to find. Well, maybe in this environment, but when things are hopping in the market, it's not hard to find these kind of jobs paying 500,000 up to 750 pounds. And if you want to move up, team lead probably will put you well over 1 million total compensation for your team lead. And to be truthful, the way to survive in these kind of firms, you have to be willing to go into team lead roles because what's going to be important for these firms or any firm really is you have to provide value for the firm to be able to survive any uh, job access when they're thrown around and jobs are lost left and right. So they'll pick all the employees that offer value to the company, meaning you're generating positive revenue, and specifically if you're in a management role, a team lead with a highly successful team within the firm, you'll survive. And even they may say you may have to cut half your team, and you're performing, you're a top performer, you'll do fine as a top lead, and obviously you'll move up into the firm from going to top lead. But a lot of these firms, anything in banking, financial, hedge fund, prop shop, they want people to move up into management. That's what they want. And obviously, language is a big deal. Um, and being able to properly communicate as well, being really sharp in the aspects I've already talked about, math, computer science, and specifically trading. That's pretty well it. So if you want to join this community, come over to quantlabsnet.com. There is the tab there for, let me just start again, go to the homepage. So we have here the learn. You can opt in that way. And then you can also go under more group and then pick off the public group right here. And you get free membership there as well. So that's why I'm more pushing and communicating more in that. That's where you also find a lot of the news where a lot of the trading ideas come from as well. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.